Hi guys, I hope everyone's well. Today I thought I'd make a video on leg strength for stretching, handstands and also a toe point. A number of you guys have asked for this and I may have made one before but maybe not in a while. So I thought I'd make another one and I hope you enjoy this video. If you do, please subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up and let's go on with the stretching. The first exercise we're going to do is sitting on the floor, legs straight. You're going to squeeze the quads as hard as you can. You're going to try and elevate the feet off the ground, and this is going to really work on quad strength. So at the same time, you want to really try and focus on pointing the toes hard. If you want to, you can add a weight to the feet, and again, just try and elevate the ankles off the ground. Sitting up tall, straight back, engage the core as you're in this position. So you want to hold this position for like 30 seconds to a minute, and you can build up to 2 minutes, increase the weight as you are also working on that leg strength. The second exercise we're going to do is a toe point. For the toe point you want to use a mat because otherwise it's going to be quite hard on the feet. You might even want to use a couple of mats if you've got hard floor like this. And you're going to start on your knees, hands either side of the knees, and you're literally just going to lift up and try and press the front of the toes forwards. So you're really focusing on that toe point. So if you're doing your handstands, your flexibility, you also make sure your toes are pointed because that looks more aesthetic, and otherwise it kind of breaks the visual appearance of what you're doing. If that makes sense. So you're starting on your knees and you're going to press your ankles towards the whole time, and then you're just going to lift the knees. You're going to feel that stretching, so you don't need to lift too high. So you can rock in and out of it if you want to, or you can hold that position, and again hold for about 20 to 30 seconds in that position. The third exercise we're going to do is one using a wall. So this exercise is going to be a similar toe point to the previous one, apart from a little bit more pressure on the actual feet themselves, because you won't really be using the hands so much for support. So just ease in very gradually. If you're not used to this kind of training, I would be very careful. So start with the one on the floor and just lift the weight a little bit, and then you can move on to this one as you progress through your training. So starting against the wall, you're going to tap the toes underneath. You can do one at a time, or you can do both. And you're going to press the ankles forwards. If you want to progress this position, you can drop down to the ground and then press back up. So you drop down to the ground and back up. Again, as you drop down to the ground, you're going to feel more intense stretch, and you're also going to feel it's more like the kind of top bit of the toe rather than the arch of the toe that you feel stretching. So both of them are really beneficial stretches to do. The one on the floor, I would say, stretches more like the arch, and the one against the wall stretches more the actual point itself, so the actual toes. The fourth exercise we're going to do is another leg strength exercise. So for this exercise you need to be able to do splits, so I guess you need some degree, well, quite a good degree of flexibility already. And in your splits position you're going to really then work on leg strength as well. So in your leg, in your splits position, and again you're going to squeeze that front quad, squeeze the back quad, and you're trying to elevate the toe off the ground. Sitting up nice and tall, make sure you're pointing that foot again, and you're just going to hold that position again for about 30 seconds, and then obviously you want to do it on both sides. Even if you can't lift the leg off the ground or the ankle off the ground yet, you don't want to lift the leg off the ground, the ankle I mean, it will be a progression, and you're still going to feel it working if you're squeezing that quad as hard as you can. The last exercise we're going to do is actually in a middle split position, again focusing on leg strength. A lot of people will say, how come you've got really developed legs, really developed quads? And I would say this is one of the most important exercises that I do, as well as squats and a lot of weight training as well. So you're coming into that middle split position, trying to raise the ankles off the ground, or if you can't raise the ankles, just squeeze the quads. You don't even need to be in a complete middle split if you can't quite get to that yet and you're not quite flexible enough. You can be in more of a straddle, just trying to, again, lift the ankles off the ground. But they're basically the 5 exercises that I would recommend for a toe point, also working on leg strength for your stretching and also for your handstands. It's going to be really beneficial. Obviously when you're doing handstand you can really focus on squeezing the quads as well. There's a variety of different exercises you can do. There are loads of different exercises actually. You can, let's just add one more while we're here. So standing up, it's a really good exercise on one leg, actual bend. So fully extend and back, fully extend and back. A lot of people underestimate how difficult that exercise actually is. So you want to make sure the knee is in line with the hip. So again, you need a degree of flexibility, and then you're fully extending the leg and you're trying to squeeze the quad as hard as you can. Another really good quad exercise. But anyway, 6 good exercises for your legs and your toes. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you for my next video.